check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Cut this off here, I think. And you know what I'm saying? That's more than enough right there. Roll up that modulus tautology. What do I have here? Let me turn it down a little bit. This is that ogre battle. Alright? Classic game. Yesterday I talked about Tactics Ogre, which came out after this. This is an NES game. Super Nintendo. And I used to play this back in college. That was the system that I had. Everybody else had Genesis's. I went out and bought me a Super Nintendo. So it was, I had Madden for it, but nobody wanted to play Madden on my Super NES because it gave me a home field advantage, quote unquote. So everybody played on the Genesis, and I would whip their butts on Genesis too. But this was more what I was into, games like this. Well, this is a strategy role-playing game, and it's all about politics, religion, politics, and science. Right? That's why I found it funny. The story is important. Like this running over the story right now. It's a story-driven kind of game. It's kind of like chess, but this one is a little different than the tactics. Tactics is more like chess. This one is more like I'm trying to think of the correct term for it, but I'll look that up and we'll go over that. But this is more than what, you know me. I'm trying to do my shows, bang them out real quick, and then be out. The talk is still land, language, and law. Well, like these are the things that we're fighting over, and that's what this game. That's what the war is about. You're fighting over your land. You're fighting over your language, and what laws should you be obeying and following? You know, so. Here in the United States of America, right, the grand old USA, which is more is acting more like a socialist or socialism kind of concept, and that's what Trump is trying to fix. He's trying to get it back to being United States instead of a united socialism, and then in doing so, he has to clean a lot of the Department of Justice out with the ideologies that the Democrats have been putting forth. So what I'm going to do is share a little bit more of the delineation of African American. It's if you're African, you know, and you live in Africa, good luck to you, right? But we over here, we're Black Americans, and we doing our best to, you know, I mean, we've been fighting ever since the 1900s. Like we already talked about some of the greats like Frederick Douglass and Booker T. Washington, and we're going to continue to talk about them, Carter G. Woodson, even W.E.B. Du Bois. We're going to still talk more about him, and Marcus Garvey, all the way up to Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and Kwame Ture, you know. I mean, there it is. And then today we see those same figures in a lot of the hip hop artists like Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Chuck D, KRS One, even LL Cool J. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to be a political figure, but they making you into a political figure. You know what I mean? James Todd Smith, right? They making you into a political figure. It's just what it is. Even Ice Cube is a political figure now because we got the cash to rebuild the Black community. So if they start working towards building the Black community specifically, that's when the immigrants attack them for helping out Black people specifically. That they don't want us to get reparations. They don't want to pay us what is due to us since we are the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. Foundational Black Americans are the 13th, 14th, and 15th amendments to the Constitution. Like we can repeat that over and over again, and that's when, you know, they get upset because they're, you know, it's, hey, I'm proud, I'm a proud Puerto Rican. All right, cool. We get that, you know. We're not hating towards you. You're Afro Latino. All right, cool. That's whatever. And that's your land. All right, cool. But don't try to sell me that your fight and Dominicans are the same fight. It's not. The Puerto Ricans want electoral votes, right? They've been owned by the United States for years now, and it's like they want to be the 51st state, right? Dominicans leave us alone, like, you know what I mean? Cut the check if for whatever, to help us, right? Or whatever country over in Europe is helping them to still be established as a country. But it's, hey, either you want the America to buy you, or you still want to be under, the same with Mexico, same with Venezuela, same with, all the countries in the Southern American region, right? And same with Canada. That's exactly how politics work. And this whole leftist movement and what leftists mean and conservatism and what that means and liberalism and what that means, that those are the changing talking points that vary from language to language. So here in America, we speak American. That's English and language arts, right? The land was under my feet, right? And the law, I'm still saying the law is the 10 Commandments, right? You obey the 10 Commandments, you're good. And then you understand your Bill of Rights, your rights, the top 10, what your rights are, is the Bill of Rights. So since I obey the 10 Commandments, I'm good. I just, hey, whatever. One, freedom of speech. I can say whatever I want, right? As long as I'm not, you're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid. Like, because people get upset, these days. It used to be sticks and stones may break my bones, but now, words be, people crying all the time. Like, why are you crying? That's when I'm getting into the crying wolf. The classic books. It seems we skipped over those books now. The Boy Who Cried Wolf, The Three Little Pigs. What other ones we got? Little Red Riding Hood, Goldilocks and the Three Bears. All four of those books are used at the children's level to help them understand ethics, morality, virtues, and principles. Now we see them making books called Anti-Racist Baby. And it's like, yo, nah, dude, that's whack, yo. like that's the transgenderism of the LGBTQIA+ .pdf files. That's the attack on our children. It's not hard to understand. And then to act like psychologically one way, that's the psychological way of id, ego, and superego one way, and not recognize the same id, ego, and superego with righteousness, because you want to change righteousness to, right and righteousness is different. Like, yes, it is, but it's like one's a direction, one's a state of being, right? And righteousness is the state of being that hip-hop has always been a part of. Stopping the violence, not creating the violence. That's where the lie begins and ends, right? So, but we're going to get into the what's the name piece, and then I'll play a little bit of this game. It was something that I wanted to highlight on it, and then I'm out. Like, I got a million things I got to do. I can't be making 100 videos. Well, I want to get up to 1,000 videos, but it's and I want to share some more DeAndre, because DeAndre is going on and on. He's dropping knowledge, wisdom, and understanding when it comes to femme. What do you call it? The murder of a lot of women. Women are being murdered left and right, and then the Democrats acting like that 1% isn't important. And it's like, yo, that's, because it is like only 1% of the population getting murdered, of black women getting murdered, and then be the hypocrites saying that, why are we still talking about the 1% of the LGBTQI and the policies that they're creating specifically for them, and the policies that they're making specifically not to help black women become better mothers, right? And to build stronger bonds with fatherhood of God and brotherhood of man. Instead, it's Democrats have been breaking up the black family home, have been desegregating us, which is really diversity. They're making us diverse by having. But we will. Let me drop this first. I'm gonna drop this first, and then I'll be back with that. Like, I can go ramble all day, and we'll get it right. We'll get it right. But here we come with the real. Okay.
This is my friend Godfrey, and he's going to talk to you about being Nigerian Black American. So you better be nice, and you better pay attention. Go on, Godfrey.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm Nigerian American, is what I am. I never say that I'm Black American and foundational Black American, okay? I've always said I was Nigerian American. I've been doing comedy 20-something years, and I've always said I'm Nigerian American. You know the jokes about my dad, talking about he sound like Mufasa. I've been saying this on Comic View, on Comedy Central. I've been saying it, I say it all the time, I'm Nigerian. That's how come you guys know. Oh, Godfrey he ain't foundational Black American. You know how you know? Because I'm the motherfucker that said it. I said I was Nigerian American. You're spewing information that I said to you.
Everybody don't watch everything you put out, Godfrey. And I just want you to know, brother, when you got to come out and explain, and it seems like you got a little bass in your voice, like you upset, bro, you already lost. Yeah, you already lost, man. Take it from me. When you come out and you upset like this, you got your friend here, and Godfrey, have to listen to Godfrey, who's obviously a non-foundational Black person herself. You know, just an immigrant, just like yourself. You said you're a Nigerian American 3 times. Man, we don't give a shit about that. It's just that, Godfrey, you over the years have been having a lot of Black American shit in your mouth all the time, okay? And sometimes you say the wrong things, and people are calling you out about it, fam. It's gonna happen. You don't want one to have a big YouTube channel, and you use it to talk. And sometimes people gonna talk back. Now you're up here splaining. Splaining is a bad look. Let's keep going.
Whoever made that one comment said, yo, he needs to stop calling. First of all, you don't tell me what the fuck I need to do.
So that's somebody who's not used to the internet. People tell you stuff all the time. Your little cosigner here, maybe she doesn't know either. People gonna say whatever they're gonna say. They had no idea you'd be goofy enough to come make a video about it. Put them on the screen. Give them their 15 minutes.
All right? I do whatever the fuck I want. I have every right to this country. My parents came from Nigeria.
He said he has every right to this country. This guy's crashing out big time, fam. Godfrey's crashing out. Not only is he explaining, now he's insulting everyone. Good thing you got a lot of white people that come watch you.
It was called the Biafra War. It was a war. They came from war. My sister was born in Nigeria, me and my brother born in America, raised in Chicago. You understand?
No, we don't understand and we don't care. Tell jokes. Stop trying to be an activist.
They came for a better life. A lot of immigrants, from Koreans to Arabs to Indians.
We don't care about any of those people. You don't get it. We are worried. Americans are worried about Americans, not Nigerian Americans. When you gotta put the thing in the thing, like Black Americans are the only ones that get to really do that it matters. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand why? You talk about it all the time. I thought you understood this stuff. Dwan B, come get your boy. Dwan B, come get your boy Godfrey, man. Godfrey, you're fucking up right now. Hey, Godfrey, what are you doing, Godfrey? I taught you better. This is shameful. This is horrendous. No one cares. We don't want to hear about your father being Mufasa. That wasn't even a funny joke. Who wrote that? Don't say it again. Don't say it again.
All kind of the same story. Okay, come to America for a better life. It doesn't mean that they're disconnected from their country. I'm 100% Nigerian, but my nationality is American.
Keep Black America out of your mouth. That's all. That's all. Just stop always commenting. Look, see, here's the problem with Godfrey, y'all. Some people may not know this. First of all, I like Godfrey. He's got great impressions. He's charismatic. He's a fun dude. I like Godfrey. I like him a little less because I kind of see through Godfrey. He's just trying to build his social media. That's what he's been trying to do for the last 4 or 5 years, since COVID. And he would jump on any topic and get up there and rant and rave and talk as much stuff. And what was easy to do is jump and talk about Black American issues and go after the whites. Yeah, but see, sometimes Black Americans have issues with immigrants too. And see, that's why you got upset, because you can't go after them. Now they're going after your people. And see, that's the problem. You can't be an advocate for us if you're still an advocate for that. Not really, not really. So I don't know why you felt the need to come do this. You needed to just have a drink, go dance off your excess energy, get your stress off, get a massage. You need to relax and not do a live stream or whatever this is. You had some corny music on it too. I had to take it out. Yeah, Godfrey's a good comedian, man, but he's just not, people have been seeing through you for a while, Godfrey, to be honest with you. I'm going to put a final point on this. People have been seeing through your bullshit for a while, Godfrey. Yeah. Yeah. We've seen through what you've been doing. You've been basically trend jacking, right? You've been trend jacking, riding waves of Black people shit and just jumping in it and talking and defend, like, I'm going to defend the Blacks. Well, like right now, what's going on in here is like a really difficult time for Black America. There may not be right now, Black Americans are struggling, right? And we are tired of it. It's coming to a boiling point. And you're going to be either in or out. We got no problems with you being out, but you can't be half in. You can't be a little pregnant. You can't be a little married. You can't be a little down. You got to be all the way in. And when you start off your video going, I'm Nigerian American. I'm Nigerian American. I'm Nigerian American. I told y'all motherfuckers, I'm Nigerian. Okay, fine. Then stop, keep our name out your mouth and stop talking about Black American issues from a position of we. Because there is no we. You just happen to have dark brown skin, black skin, that's it. You have a country, which you have made it very clear in this video. So from now on, what will you stop doing? You gonna let us talk about our issues, and you gonna talk about your issues. Capiche? I don't know the word to say in Nigerian, but hope you understand what I'm saying. Hey man, it is what it is. I mean, he act like he was confused, so we need to unconfuse him. All this beefing with DJ Vlad has got you tripping, man. Why would you go and like put this out? You need to get away from this issue, not make it bigger. You just made it bigger for no reason. I was gonna cover it yesterday. I doubled back to cover it because I thought, yeah, what the hell? It's a good culture piece to cover.
There it is, all right? There it is. And I mean, yeah, it's land, language, and law, Land, language, and law. And it's just weird that, they get it, but they don't get it. It's because he's at a position of leadership for his home, his family. So he's Nigerian. All right, cool, dude. But you're trying to speak for Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, right? Fred Hampton, Medgar Evers, right? These are our, right? Even if you go all the way back to Booker T. Washington, why we keep bringing up those names, Frederick Douglass, right? It's been our ongoing battle. That's 100 years. All right, we can go back 200 years because we just celebrated in 1976. We celebrated the 200-year bicentennial of the Constitution. Right? I was only 5 years old, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like that just happened. Now 2076 is a ways off. You know what I mean? I will be very old by that point, right? Over 100, right? Well, I don't know. We'll do the math or whatever, right? But I wouldn't be a spring chicken in 2076, right? I'll be barely holding on unless I be completely robot, right? Unless they figure out how to make me into, what is that cop name? RoboCop, right? Or you know, or I'll be plugged into the Matrix, right? By then, or be the Borg are coming and simulate the whole planet Earth, right? One of those three things is going to happen. Let me come out of this, the language of that, and we're gonna get back into the language of this, because this is what I'd rather talk about is, you know, the video games that we play. This game here is a wartime game. I want to do a more traditional video talking about it, talking about the history of it. Like this is my main character, Modulus, right? Modulus, I'm the lord of the land. As you can see, my main spell is Banish when I'm up front, and I got an ice cloud in the back, because I specifically wanted him to be the ice cloud lord or whatever, right? Now, when relating to the tactics ogre, how I come out of this, let me see. Okay, come out of, this lands. Here go Warren. All right, so here's Warren. Oh, wrong one. I gotta learn my buttons. So here's Warren, and Warren is just a wizard on this one. So on the very first game, Warren is a wizard. Remember in the second game that I shared yesterday, I forget the title that he had, but he's a part. He's supposed to be your mentor, your Obi-Wan Kenobi, your Yoda, I guess. He's supposed to be the spiritual leader of your army. And as you can see, I have one real big army. Like, this is my army, and I have to get all my units together, and then we go out into battle, right? So that's all I wanted to show you, that aspect of the game. I might show a little bit of gameplay. I'm gonna chop it up a little bit and make it into like a story to better explain Ogre Battle as a series, because I do have the three main games. This one, March of the Black Queen. Y'all saw the second one, but that one's the rebirth of it, or the reborn, the newest edition of it. So I want to use that a little bit as a part of my graphics, and then I do have Ogre Battle 64. I think I might be able to gain access of it. There's a fourth game that was on the Game Boy. We're looking at that. I can add a little bit of that as part of the story. But I also have Final Fantasy Tactics, which came as an offspring to this. Like, the people that made this also made Final Fantasy Tactics in a similar manner. So I do want to blend both of them together as a good religious, political, science story, because it's all about the story, and what we are experiences individually is the story of you. So yeah, Godfrey, that's the story of you. You're wherever you're from, but if that's where your heart is at, then go live there, dude. But don't be an American, be like, I get pulled over by the cops and I'm black just like you, and it's like, dude, but as soon as you pull your ID out, you good. Like, the same with me. Like, I get pulled over, I pulled, they look at my records and everything, and then they know that I put that time in. I help to build up that social number. You know what I mean? Right? I invested in this country. Right? My dad invested in this country, and then my son, he just turned 14, so he's just starting to invest in the country. But all the things that we invested into him, we sharing it with him. Like, that's how it's supposed to work. That's the generational wealth, right? That we trying to keep our access for, instead of giving it to mofos like you that come over here and then talk shit on us and act like you better than us, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Because you went on Vlad T, because you can go on Vlad TV since he kicked Lord Jamar off or whatever. And Lord Jamar know what I'm talking about, because he's back on the foundational Black American side. You know what I mean? Yeah, he'll go on Vlad, and it's like, all right, we get what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to get paid. And you're going to, hopefully you're going to trickle that down to your hood, right? Your community, right? So yes, your immediate community is where you at. It's I walk the streets with my people, and we trying to get resources so that we can fix all the chaos and the gentrification and the desegregation that the dang Democrats done created and broke up the family homes, because it's all about time, really. Money is a fourth dimensional illusion that really doesn't exist. It's being able to spend time with your children. That's the main focus, right? That's where we're being extorted, right? We got all these fake dads that don't want to spend time with their children. A man who can't spend time with his children really isn't a man, to quote the great the Godfather, right? That's what he said to Sonny. All that nonsense y'all rapping about, that, you know what I mean, it's all about giving cash to no, it's about giving time to the children. You see, work is nothing but force times displacement, right? But when you're talking about power, that real power, now you're talking about work over time. Love God, our Father, art of time, hip hop, life, love one. That's God is love, hip hop is life, time. Y'all better keep it holy, right? Stop fighting over somebody else's baby daddy issues, right? And the baby daddies out here like Umar Johnson, you already got 2 quote unquote wives, dude. Handle your business, yo. Spend time with your daughters, yo. Right? You want to build a school for boys, and then you want to be out here flirting with the, trying to extort the all the baby mamas to build a school, like knowing you full of it, right? You just trying to smash, right? Hypocrites, yo. We tired of y'all. Yo, it's smack you in your mouth session, right? They crying over he spit on the Cowboys jersey. Like, come on with all that punk stuff, yo. It's smack a punk session series now, right? That's what it's about, and it's all love, right? Love one of the that's Radio Raheem, right? Left is that straight jab. Hate is that straight jab. Love is that overhand right. Hip hop is the art of making the most out of life. Economics, it's only one. God is understood. Peace and happiness to you all.